What's going on? You're at home, parents telling you what to do, you have roommates, you sick of them, you're ready to live on your own. Well, watch this video first so you can think about a couple of things before you make that next jump. Hi, my name is Ashley and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be about what you need to know before you get your first apartment or your first apartment by yourself. So the first thing you have to think about is, what about my situation now would make me want to go live on my own? And what are the repercussions of making that jump? Because can you afford to make this move? So basically, you need to have a talk with your parents or whoever you live with about what is going to happen if you move out. You might think, okay, I'm just gonna live like I live at home, but somewhere else where I have more freedom and stuff. It might come with you talk to your parents or talk to your guardian or whoever, and they're like, you leave my house, you can't come back. So you better be financially prepared, or your life needs to be in some type of order to where when you move out, you leave for good. My parents basically said that, but they know if I want to come back, I'm gonna come back. So okay, you move out and you get cut off from everything. You got to start thinking about all the bills you have to pay. Or if you move out, you make some type of arrangement, you phase out of some bills, you phase out of phone bills, you phase out of your car insurance. If you have roommates, you have to think about what the ramifications are going to be for paying full rent, full utilities, full everything you might have split before, full groceries. You have to think about, can I afford paying 2, 3, 4 times what I'm already paying right now to live by myself? Even though renting, you don't have to pay a big down payment, there are a lot of startup fees that you might not think about at first because you're like, oh, let me just go pay my rent. No. A lot of places ask for security deposits. Security deposits could be a month's rent. So you pay a month's rent and you pay your first month. That's 2 months rent up front. There's application fees, admin fees, setting up stuff fees. If you have like a package system, there's fees to set up that. You probably have to have like 2 to 3 months rent already ready to go to move out. Second, you have to think about your target price. Check out my video about budgeting where I do the calculation of finding your target price for your rent. Basically, what you're going to do is calculate 50% of your monthly expenses, subtract all the bills that you'll have to pay, and then what you're left with is how much you can afford for rent. Or if it's more than 30%, 30% is the most. You shouldn't be spending more than 30% of your take home on your rent because you need that money in order to save or spend depending on your budget. 3, you have to think about what your furniture plan is. What are you taking from where you're coming from? Can you take a bed? Can you take a couch? If you're living with people, what furniture is yours? If you split furniture prices with people that you're living with, that just sounds like a headache to me. I'm sorry. I'd rather say, okay, this is my couch, this is my table. We all share these things. Because when y'all move out, who finna get what? Is it y'all squaring up for the couch? Ooh, that sounds like a headache. But you also need to figure out, if you need furniture, what you're going to use that furniture for. Because if you know you're going to move within the next 2 to 3 years out of state or something like that, it might be better to get furniture from like a Facebook marketplace or OfferUp, because you're going to be turning that furniture over in a couple years. I know for myself, for the most part, I'm going to stay in the Southeast regardless if I move from Charlotte or not. So all of my furniture are pretty much investment pieces. So I got them brand new so I can reuse them and know that they're going to be durable for me for the next couple of years. Now, at Church, I learned, I haven't heard this anywhere, so this is something from experience. If your credit is at a place where you can get a new credit card with a sign-up bonus and you're shopping for furniture, get a new card, put your furniture on your card so you can get your sign-up bonus, but also have the cash for the furniture. Pay off your credit card in full. I always pay my credit cards off in full. There's no reason to be accruing interest on stuff I want. No. Have the cash you need for your furniture on the side, but get a bonus or get something out of spending so much of your own money. I'm gonna go through my credit cards and the debacles I was going through. I ended up getting 2 cards with 2 sign-up bonuses, and that worked great for me. I got free money. I basically got like $250 and 60,000 points for spending my own money that I was going to do anyway. Now, once you found your price point, you're going to start looking. Find places, apartments.com, online, in regions that you want to look for and compare, because if you want to live in a certain area and your budget's not fit for that, you're going to have to look somewhere else. I always say once I put my budget together, don't go over, because the second you go to a place that's mildly over budget, your standards like change. You're going to be like, okay, even though my budget's $1,000, let me go look at this $1,200 place that has all stainless steel, blah, blah, blah. Now I want all stainless steel and I want a living room, a dining room, and a bedroom, but that's not my budget. It's just your expectations are gonna keep climbing. Also, go to the places that you look at night, because it can be all glitz and glamour during the day, but you don't know what's going on at night. Just ride by it. If there's anything suspicious or suspect, and if your safety is very important to you, or you or your friends, you and your kids, you're gonna wanna see what it's going to look like at night so you get a feel for what the place is really going to be like. Now, when you're on tours, ask what's included in the price. Ask what's rent, what's the estimated utilities, if the water is metered or it's, I think batched is the term, where they just kind of divide up however many units there are by the water bill in the building. You want metered because you don't want to be paying nobody else's water bill. Ask if there's an internet plan, what's included in the internet plan or cable plan, or if you have to get your own, and do that math. It's really important. You might think it's just easier because your apartment already has a plan, but if you can save money by getting your own plan, do that. Also, I recommend having a big window to move in. That's what I had from living at home. I had like a 3-month window. Having a big window like that can really be used to your advantage. I think renters have to give a 30, 60, or 90-day notice or something like that. So if an apartment you want isn't free for the next 30 days, but you want to move in right now, like, you might be missing out on a really good deal. This apartment I got for $1,200. If you look online, I'm not going to give where I live, but the rent prices start at like $13.50 a month. But because I had a really large window, I was able to get this place for a lot cheaper than they usually might be. And finally, look for deals. It definitely depends on where you are, but a lot of places will do like a month free. And know you can spread it out throughout your lease, whatever deal you get. So if it's a month free, you can take a little bit off every month. I chose the month free because I had so many upfront costs. I was like, let me not deal with rent right now because I just paid for all this expensive furniture and I really use that month to breathe. And so it helped me kind of establish a budget already before I had to start paying rent, so that I had a little buffer before I had all these costs to pay for. But yeah, those are my 2 cents. They really helped me finding my ideal place. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, or let me know if you're moving out or what places you're looking for and tips that helped you.